right, folks, good morning. It's time to talk antiques once again. We've got a good lively crowd here. I'd like to say a special hello to Otis Jernigan and his son Travis. Otis having a little rough road there, so he's going to be listening in this morning, so I told him.
Well, that's a good family.
Yeah, they are good people.
Yeah.
Sure are.
Otis is kind of interesting. He used to be a scrapper, he'd buy and sell old cars and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I always thought, if he'd have just kept, and he used to have a field full of them, but if he'd kept some of them old cars that he used to haul off for scrap, God only knows what he'd have. He gave me a few signs one time that that he'd accumulated from scrapping.
Well, he's a fine old boy, and I'm
Yeah.
still wishing him luck and to get well soon.
Yeah, we all want that to happen for him. Yesterday Philip calls me. And,
Yes.
one of these spur of the moment things.
We talk all the time.
Yeah.
But I want to hear this story.
So Philip says, and I've always told him, and I guess I had never said no. I couldn't say no to you anyway with that little face.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, he asked me.
innocent look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked me, said, "Come, I need you to come down and fill in, do a show with them. They have the, what do you call it? Just Living. Now?
Just plain living.
Just plain living, which is a good show. It's been on for over 25 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of the beginning shows. The only
Yeah.
thing longer was the football show.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's a good bunch of people down there, but we got talking about a little bit about everything, but I got on the subject of sun drops. And I told people, Tullahoma, that's where the sun drops distributed from. But I told somebody, and if you're really a true sun drop drinker, there is nothing like having a good cold sun drop, and the first two sips
cold.
of the sun drop, you can't describe how it tastes unless you're a sun drop drinker.
Well, did you see where Sun Drop and these energy drinks had caused a child to die?
Well,
Mixture.
but the problem was that he drank like 4 or 5 energy drinks combination.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sun drop; it was a Diet Mellow Yellow or something.
Yeah, I bet
It
Sun
wasn't,
Drop.
it wasn't sun drop though.
I
Incredible
bet
amount
Sun
of
Drop didn't enjoy them being clean and clear.
Yeah.
did they?
Yeah.
Incredible
Did they
amount of
include some?
caffeine.
Shouldn't have been.
Right. Did they include? I just seen the Mellow Yellow, some kind of bull, and one more other energy drink.
I don't understand nobody drinking
Yeah.
anything. I just don't.
Well, anyway, I can understand. There ain't
I'm
nothing.
talking about our producer here.
That's it. I like my energy drinks.
Yeah, the monster.
I don't drink 5 or 6 of them a day though.
Yeah, he drinks. But I tell you,
Do you always just drink the monsters, Bill?
Yeah, that's the one I prefer.
Yeah.
well,
Now we know the rest
There you
of the
go.
story.
yeah, the rest of the story. But it was interesting. Jim and I reminisced about Tullahoma and I told him, I said, you remember there was a couple, he ran the American Legion for I don't know how many years. It was a long time.
Long time, yeah.
But anyway, they had these couple of Coca-Cola signs, and they were arrows, that one entrance, one exit, and it said drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And I told him yesterday, I said, whatever happened to them signs? Coca-Cola put them down there as advertisement, in and out. I said, you do realize that those 2 signs are worth a couple $1,000. He said, I don't know what happened to them. But I mean, they're $2,000, and they sat outside for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had this really nice Budweiser team, that went over the bar.
Yeah.
And that's a high dollar piece too. I'm talking about one of the first ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, with the nice horses and the wagon and all that. And like we talked about, I grew up with it, and most people was in the restaurant business grew up with it. There's all kind of Coke advertisement and Sun Drop advertisement and Double Cola and Dr Pepper that you never thought a thing about. When we changed signs up to the restaurant, I never saved them. I wasn't that smart. We used to just take them out back, and
Y'all made me feel awful dumb.
the city of Manchester hauled them off. Now,
If you
that's how
don't know,
smart.
you don't know.
And I didn't. I had no clue.
You're not dumb, you just don't know.
Well, the Jiffy Burger had the original clover leaf, and Tracy found a check where Daddy, he paid $65 a month for a year for that sign, and somebody said it equaled like $400 a month.
Wow.
Today's money.
Wow.
But anyway, so when we got done with it, I just took it down. When I redone, I took that part off and just hauled it off.
Oh.
I ain't really. People think I'm smart, but I ain't too smart, am I?
Well,
Not that
you know,
smart.
Like I said, if you don't
I'm
know,
not
you
gonna
don't
go that
know.
far with
Yeah,
it.
but you would
You're not
think that I
dumb, you
would
just don't know.
Yeah.
I knew better. But
That's
I never collected our stuff. I
But you
always
learn
collected
from
other
that.
stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. And you've learned, right, Ray? Well, anyway, so with all that, we're going to talk about what?
We're going to talk about Jerry Garcia and his guitar that's about to be auctioned off.
One of his guitars.
What? Yeah, his most famous guitar, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Like
five
his.
Yeah. And then, Ronnie, you've got 3 or 4 things if we can get to it.
Yeah, if we get to it, we've got some good stuff here.
You've got, the second largest gold coin stolen and
Yeah, I don't wanna give it all away,
59.6 diamond carat
Yeah.
diamond that got auctioned. And then, and this is a Phillip thing here, Abbey Road studio console sales.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Well, you probably should have had some of that stuff when you
Oh
was in the
boy, and
recording
it's a
business.
nice looking console too.
All right, so let's get started.
It'd be interesting to know how they got a hold of that name, Grateful Dead. I find
I've
that
actually
kinda
I
weird.
looked it up. It's this morning. It's like it was just a random thing where he flipped through the dictionary, and it's the Grateful Dead it was like something where when you buried somebody who didn't have any money, kind of something pauper thing,
Yeah.
then the ghost would come back and do something nice for the
It'd be
person
great.
did it.
Because you
and
buried.
that was because you buried them. That was where it came from.
They were grateful that you buried them, right?
Yeah, I think
Is
that's.
that is that
They
what
were
you're
the
saying?
Grateful Dead.
And I never knew that until this morning. Until I was just.
I never did figure it out either.
You got it figured out now, though, right?
I've
The
got it
ghost
all
with the
together.
most.
And none of the members of the band liked it, but people started calling them that even because they didn't have another name,
They were
and
dead.
and it just kind of by word of mouth they didn't name
And
themselves.
people that follow them were
Yeah.
called deadheads, right?
Yeah, well, not at the beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, is that what they call
Later
them?
on.
Deadheads?
Deadheads. There you go.
What's that mean, Philip?
It means you like the Grateful Dead.
I mean, that ain't that don't have nothing else.
No,
No other meaning. Like your head's not dead, right?
No, there's the
Boy, if you listen to that music for all them years, your head ain't exactly like today.
So it would be dead.
It'd be close.
Okay.
Okay, well, so the sale of Jerry Garcia's guitar is going to benefit the Southern Poverty and Law Center. Much is wrong with America, according to a author, musician, and film director, Daniel Pritzker. He bought Garcia's guitar years ago. His criticism is noteworthy in that he's putting his money where his mouth is, and he's selling one of modern music's most iconic musical instruments and giving the proceeds to the Southern Poverty Law Center. Pritzker owns the iconic guitar called Wolf that was built for and played by the Grateful Dead's legendary guitar player Jerry Garcia. Pritzker is a lawyer and explained that he's been a fan of the Dead since he was a kid, and he's gotten to play this guitar for the past 15 years.
That's amazing.
Since he
Yeah.
bought it.
Lawyer.
Yeah. And he said,
Right there.
A singing lawyer.
singing guitar player.
Yeah, he's
lawyer,
a
there you
singing
go.
lawyer.
And he said the time's
got it
right
there.
for Wolf to do something good with it. And the guitar is going to be sold May 31st at the Brooklyn Bowl by Guernsey, what do you call them? Auction house.
Yeah.
And they've agreed to
Guess who's gonna benefit?
the Southern Poverty Law.
They're gonna waive the auction.
They've waived the auction fees. The only actually yes.
Well, tell them what the Southern Poverty. Tell them what that's about.
Southern Poverty Law is helps people in the South who can't afford to have a lawyer. So I guess it actually will
The
help
money goes
lawyers
to the
too.
lawyer.
It will eventually end up there, but you know.
Or court fees and stuff like that. They probably waive their fees.
Well, you know.
That's
Well, is it for the
money.
court fees or does the lawyer get the money? Now I'm worried about all this
Look that
stuff.
up.
Hey, we got a call.
All right, our panel is going to put on their headphones. Let's talk to this caller. You can call in too to talk antiques. Call 728-1320. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Yes, I was calling to find out how much that Budweiser Clydesdale sign was.
How much the Budweiser Clydesdale signs worth?
Or the thing over the bar.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know, but we'll look that up.
Okay.
Tell them we'll look that up in a little bit.
We'll look that up
All right.
and you just
We'll get
keep
you back
listening
on.
and we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling. I
Okay.
don't know how much the Budweiser signs worth.
Yeah. So
Dad was talking about.
So at the guitar auction, it's going to be like a concert kind of thing too. Musicians scheduled to appear are Joe Russo, Niles Klein, Alicia Couture, John Shaw, John Schofield, Neil Castle, and Billy Martin. And so here's the guitar. Was during the late 1972, Garcia stumbled onto the first guitar that Doug Irwin made for the company Alembic, and he loved it and bought it on the spot for $850. At the same time, Garcia asked Irwin to customize it for him some. It was made from Purple Heart and Curly Maple with an ebony fingerboard and 24 frets. Later, a bloodthirsty cartoon wolf sticker that Jerry placed below the tailpiece served as the name of the guitar. The image was later inlaid into the guitar by Irwin. The legendary guitar that is labeled D. Irwin 001 was delivered to Garcia and played in 1973 New York City Pirates Ball. It was the first time. And during the next 2 decades, Garcia and Wolf would play venues from San Francisco to New York's Palladium to Egypt's Great Pyramids. So this is his favorite guitar. He played it all the time. Not only is the guitar featured in the 1977 film The Grateful Dead movie, but also you can see a lot of action in Amazon's upcoming release of Martin Scorsese's produced documentary, The Long Strange Trip About Garcia and the Dead. The guitar was last publicly played by Garcia in a concert at the Oakland Coliseum Arena in February 23rd, 1993. When Garcia died in August of 1995, his will directed that his 5 Irwin-made guitars be returned to the luthier. Doug had some serious issues at the time, though, Ettinger said, and he was homeless, among other problems. And the other Irwin-made guitar, Eagle, had been given to the late Ramrod Schertriff, Garcia's good friend and president of the Grateful Dead Productions. After Schertriff died in 2006, the guitar was sold at auction at Bonhams in 2007 for $186,000. So the will was contested by the Dead Productions, and after a lengthy court battle, the parties settled and agreed that Irwin would receive 2 of the guitars, and the Grateful Dead Productions would receive the other ones. Okay, in 2002, at the 80s infused electrified Studio 54, Ettinger made good on his promise, and Tiger was sold for $957,500, which was his backup guitar, a world record to Jim Irsay, guitar collector and owner of the Indianapolis Colts. Wolf sold for $789,500 to Pritzker, and all prices include the buyer's premium. So, this guitar is expected to go for well over $1 million.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I said, we were talking before we started, it's kind of like B.B. King's Lucille guitar, except there was a whole bunch of Lucille guitars, and there's only one Wolf guitar.
Hey, we're fixing to take a break, but real quick, we're going to come back. We're going to look up some stuff. Is that right?
We've got some Grateful Dead memorabilia.
The collar. One 35 inches long, the sign, and about 20 inches high that has the clock in it. Mm-hmm. Works, everything works. They're bringing about $550.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Hey everybody, we're back with Talking Antiques, and the number here is 728-1320.
All right, folks, we're back once again with Let's Talk Antiques.
Speaking of the famous golfer, Max,
Yeah.
have you seen him lately?
No, sir. I talked to him on the phone.
Has he been working
about a
out?
week ago, maybe.
Well, he's he's going on pro tour. He
Yeah.
took them golfing lessons. He thinks he's well enough to go on tour
Go
now.
on tour.
Well, he should been out at Bonnaroo lately. He said that him and his son go out there and put the stakes for where they lay out all the stuff.
I think the son's probably doing it now.
Oh, really? Is he finally
look,
showing it?
I mean, let's face the facts.
He could drive his golf
Max
cart out there.
cannot practice golf and do the other work too.
And practice surveying
He's
at the same
focused.
time.
Yeah, he's focused on golfing.
Well, they'll let him drive his golf cart out there.
Yeah.
You know?
He told me that his wife's car had a lot of expense, and he's having to repair it and everything. So I don't know whether he might be running a little short on golf clubs, maybe.
You think so?
Maybe he just needs
Not
to
money, but golf clubs.
Maybe he just needs to win some tournaments.
That's,
you know?
that's probably what he'll do.
He just
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to hold my breath till he does.
okay.
So where we at, Bill?
So we got to let me bring up one important thing about this. Okay, so Garcia was born August 1st, 1942 in Southern California. And he died in August 9th, 1995. And he had been in a coma in the 80s from diabetic. And he ended up dying at a rehab facility where he had a heart attack, where he was addicted to cocaine and heroin. So he had his issues, but he was a great guitar player and a really nice guy. And
We better pray that
hate to see him go.
Get something done about that.
Yeah, it'd be nice. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So did we on the air? Did we talk about where the Grateful Dead come from, or was that off air?
No, that was on air.
Okay.
No, that was on air.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think so. So I looked up Jerry Garcia on eBay here, and you can buy a Alembic. Sorry, I've never heard that brand name other than him. Alembic Jerry Garcia tribute model guitar. Manufacturer's suggested retail price is $17,000, but you can get one for $9,000 on here.
What about shipping?
Only $75 shipping. They're not.
What a
too bad
deal.
on that. Here's another. Jerry was a painter, and here is a Jerry Garcia New York pencil signature framed print number 258 of 500. They were asking $4,000, but took a best offer. And here's another one of the exact same thing, number 64 of it, that went for $2,700. So he's got a couple other paintings of his going for in the 2000s. Here's a what is it? A Jerry Garcia Grateful Dead signed autographed 28 by 30 lyric sheet display with all 6 members of the Dead, and they were asking $3,500 and got about 22. It looks like for it. Here's a pretty cool one. Here is a Grateful Dead Jerry Garcia's personal backstage pass from 1977, all access pass. And that they were asking $3,000 for that, but got about $2,000 for it. But at $2,000 for a backstage pass.
Yeah, but it was his, right? It's the one he used.
Yeah, that was Jerry's. It's got his name on it. Yeah, there you go.
My daughter came up with a lunch bag, a lunchbox rather, like what the old ones we talked about.
Yeah.
And it's from Bonnaroo.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know where she got
Well,
it.
I'll tell you where they got it. Bonnaroo gave all the elementary kids
Is that
a free
what it was?
lunchbox.
Okay.
Sure did.
Man, I would have
Hang
sent
on
my
to that
kids over
thing.
for one of those if
You,
I'd known
you
about
can
that.
send them to school at the county, right?
She took it to school this morning with it.
Yeah, it's purple.
Yeah.
There's one up at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sitting by the, where the 57 Chevrolet front end is?
Right.
Look up there, see if that's not just like hers.
Okay.
So then I jumped over to just the Grateful Dead, and most of those are huge CD box sets, 471 discs. And there was this a live CD thing called Dick's Picks, and this guy named Dick was a huge Grateful Dead fan, and he would record shows, and he did actual authorized discs because they allowed recordings of all their concerts, and you could buy a special ticket to the taper section. And you got to set up your recording equipment right next to the soundboard, so you had really
Just
good.
plug right in.
Well, no, you didn't get to plug in,
Oh, that'd be nice.
but you were in a good location so that you could telescope up your microphones and record the shows.
Boy, that'd be.
So every show really was recorded.
Well, think about this now.
Yeah.
Overseas, when they want to torment someone,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
pump in
pump in
rock
music, yeah.
to torment these people that they're trying to irritate.
Yeah. I'd like to think it's Justin Bieber now.
He'd be on top of the list, bro.
Yeah.
So you think that would torment people?
It would me.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
too.
Okay, then we have some Owsley Stanley, number 6 silver Grateful Dead belt buckle. Went for $3,200 as a buy it now. I have no idea who Owsley Stanley is, but apparently he makes some
Is he the
really
artist
nice belt
that made
buckles.
the belt
I
buckle?
assume so. Here is a Grateful Dead at Haight-Ashbury photo. The original photo, which was used in all kinds of promotional things for them, went for $2,600 at a live auction a couple of months ago. Here's another Owsley Stanley Sunbelt buckle. Went for $2,600. Found a couple other things. Here you go. Here you can get you a Grateful Dead leather golf bag. We could get one for Max. Yeah,
Yeah.
What it cost us.
it's only $1,900.
Oh,
So.
hello.
But you have to pay $44 shipping though.
Yeah, well, okay.
So less than 2,000, you can make Max happy.
There you go. And he's got little dancing
He'd have a
skeletons
bag with
on
no
his things.
clubs,
There
though.
you go.
Well, all he needs anyway, he could just use the driver to use it to drive and putt and do everything right. One club would do
I
him.
think a lot of hot air doing better.
Yeah, one club would do him, I think.
Or a big boot, because he probably kicks them a lot.
Just a couple. We got a 1969 Grateful Dead Pittsburgh concert poster. That's pretty cool. 33 bids on that. It went for $1,900.85.
How much was shipping on that?
$6. That's a nice person on shipping there.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got anything other
What about that
unique.
guitar?
Here's a Grateful Dead signed acoustic guitar with certificate of authenticity with Phil Lesh, the bass player, Bob Ware, the rhythm guitar player, and Mickey Hart, the drummer, signed it. They were asking $1,700 and took a best offer.
Well, what'd they get, reckon?
Yeah, let's see.
In the 1,500 range?
Yeah, they got close to 1,500, 1,600 on it. Yeah. Here's an autograph drumhead signed Mickey Hart, which is their drummer, and that went for about $1,400, $1,500 on that one. So that's not bad. surprising that all three of them on a guitar got
I'd rather
just
have
a
the
little
guitar.
bit more. Yeah, me too. I guess drummers would like to have a drum head, but so. Anything else unique on here?
Well, say something while you're looking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You can't have dead air on the radio.
Well, yeah, sorry. It's,
I don't know much about them.
back in college, I went and saw 10 or 12 shows probably around the
Did you like
East
them?
Coast. Yeah, I did. They were great. They were a very fun event. It was kind of like a traveling Bonnaroo, really. I mean, it was a nice big party, and everybody set up in the parking lot, and you could go get burritos out of buses, people who have traveled all over the country and stuff. And it was just
What's
just
that
fun.
certificate there?
Grateful Dead Europe 72 tour limited edition box set. Oh, okay. So it's a box set. I don't know.
So it's a
That-
CD set.
Yeah. And they were wanting $1,900, and took a best offer somewhere around $2,000. I used to drive my yellow Volkswagen van to the Grateful Dead shows too. So there you go.
Did you get anybody to sign that van?
No, I didn't have anybody sign the van. No. Here's a Grateful Dead live at the Fillmore East 1966 concert poster. There were two of those, and they both went for $1,200 each. Some other here's the one for their Fare Thee Well show they did a couple of years ago. That was their final show.
They're not playing at all now?
Well, they play, but they don't call themselves the Grateful Dead anymore. The surviving members play.
How many's still alive, do you
Dead.
know?
There's everybody. Jerry's the only mainstay. One of the old keyboard players died.
They've probably replaced just about all of them by now.
No, they've still
how
got
many
the
originals are
the
left?
rhythm two drummers, and those are the originals. The rhythm guitar player and the bass player, and the keyboard player changes out.
So there's
but other than that,
probably 4?
and right now, like I say, the person who played replaces Jerry's parts. So there's 5. No, you're right, 4. So there's 4 of the original members.
Well, that's
that
pretty
still
good for that-
play together
that old
occasionally.
band.
Yeah, they
been around
formed
that
in
long.
like '65, I think. So
Yeah,
this is guys who,
that's really
Yeah.
unusual and fantastic.
yeah, Jerry was older than my dad.
Hey, we got
Which is
1 minute,
kinda
so
odd.
give us one more item. Hey, there's the guitar.
Here we go. Here's a 1978 Ibanez vintage Bob Ware guitar. It went for $1,100 as a buy it now. They should have put more on that.
Nice looking good.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think about taking a break?
We might
That'd
as
be
well.
all right with you?
I'll pass some stuff on.
Okay.
You're listening to Let's Talk Antiques on Thunder Radio.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Hey everybody, we're back with Talking Antiques, and the number here is 728-1320.
All right, that's old Max there. I bet he's not getting too hot out there. He probably got somebody fanning him as he's playing, if he's playing golf this
Well,
morning.
don't they make those little portable air conditioners that you can wear on your hat or something?
I
With a
bet he's
little
got one of
fan
them
or
on his
something?
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, standing close, somebody
Now
does.
picture that. Him with a big fan twirling on top of his head while he's shooting golf now. That's almost cartoonish.
If he hadn't had a haircut, though.
Yeah, almost cartoonish.
Turn it up and fly.
There you go.
Well, that's probably what happened. If he got real hot, he'd turn it on high and the hat would fly off his head. He'd just take off like a little helicopter.
It's his biggest fan.
It's our boy Max.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we looked up ran a search for signed guitars to see what we could find in what you can get on eBay if you've got a little bit of money.
Just a little.
Just a little. So the most expensive recently sold guitar on eBay that was autographed had 126 bids for the Pearl Jam band signed guitar. And this is like a really nice vintage Gretsch country gentleman guitar. This is a nice guitar on its own. And signed by all the members of Pearl Jam. It went for $40,100, which is amazing. Second place is Paul McCartney of the Beatles, an authentic signed Hofner bass guitar, JSA certified, and it went for $12,000. And David and Ronnie explained to me the reason why it went for only $12,000. You wanna?
Well, what that guitar right there is signed on the pickguard. The Pearl Jam guitar was signed on the body. The reason that the one signed on the bodies worked more is, like David was saying, they probably just took the pickguard and got it signed
Yeah.
and then put it on the guitar.
Or 10 pick guards and let him sign his name on them or whatever.
I know somebody's got one, a pickguard signed
Uh-huh.
Okay.
by Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I would still like to just have the pickguard.
And then
too.
I know the other that other person that's got the guitar that's signed on the body by B.B. King.
Yeah, I do too. I know
Awesome.
him too. Very well.
Okay, all right. Next on the list is a guitar signed by all 5 members of the Rolling Stones. Some of this is on the pickguard because it's a small guitar.
His body too.
Yeah, it's body and pickguard. Yeah. So they were asking $8,000 and took a best offer, probably somewhere around 6 or 7 for that. Here's a Steve Miller signed guitar. It's original hand painted by Steve Miller too. So that's pretty cool. $2,650 was the asking price, but they got a little over $6,000 for it.
It's got artwork coming from the Joker.
Yeah. Lincoln Brewster custom guitar autographed by SX Riders. Oh, this was a benefit auction. Okay, I'm not sure who these guys are. But it was a benefit auction for a guy, and they raised $6,000. Okay, here's, let's see, a 2007 Dean Martin guitar signed by Anthrax, Testament, Overkill, and more. So this was a bunch of metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's 7,000 tons of metal. Is that the name of one of their...
I have no idea. I think that was just an event.
I think Amtrak sort of give you an idea of where they're coming from.
Well, there were 50 bids for that guitar, and it went for $5,500.
They were on an episode of Married with Children.
They were the band.
They
It was
fit right in.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
One of them made
good group.
the mystery pack out of the refrigerator He was hallucinating because of the mold.
Here's a Carlos Santana autographed Paul Reed Smith guitar with a certificate of authenticity. They were asking $4,800. Took a best offer on that. It was probably somewhere close to that, I bet. Steven Tyler autographed guitar with the certificate of authenticity.
PSA DNA.
It went for $3,375.
But it's custom frame too. It's in a.
It is.
It's
a
in
nice
a case.
custom frame. Yeah.
Really nice. Just
Here's a Guns N' Roses signed guitar, signed by all 5 members. Certificate of authenticity. They were asking $4,000, and it got somewhere between that and $3,100. Here's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're going to be out Bonnaroo this year.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a autographed guitar, 2 on the pick guard and 1 on the body for the 3 members. That went for $3,100.
They'll take you a guitar out there and get you $3,100.
I'd say that's going to be hard to get to, though. Ain't it? You might take a guitar, but how you going to get up there to them, right?
That's what David.
Too much security.
That's the trick.
I saw a comedian the other night on television, and he was talking about the rock music and how the preachers used to come out and tell how it was against God and everything. And so now they got Christian rock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Matter of fact, they shot a video at the restaurant. I think that guy sings Christian rock.
Who was the country guy who
he
on
was,
there's pictures on?
I'm ashamed that I
Facebook.
can't remember his name, but maybe Nancy can text me real quick what his name was. But he's in that. They got one of those reality shows where they got like a large family, like 20 kids.
Okay.
You know, one of those.
Yeah.
He's a reality star, but he's really good country music singer.
Awesome.
Hopefully either Tracy or Nancy will text me and I can tell you the name before we end the show.
That's fun. All right, here's a Keith Richards signed guitar.
But I do remember Sadie.
Okay,
Sadie Robertson.
Sadie. Okay. Well, I didn't know her, so that was. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
So that much of Sadie?
So here's the Keith Richards signed guitar on the pick guard. That went for. Well, they were asking $3,700 and got probably about 3 on that. Flea.
That's just him?
Yep. Here's Flea, who is the bass player for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He signed on the bass, and it says "Love Flea" on it, and has a little drawing. And that went for $3,000 as a buy it now. And here's a B.B. King signed Lucille. They were asking $5,000, but they got looks like about $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another Chili Peppers. They must be signing a lot of guitars right now.
Since they're going to play at Bonnaroo, I say people
maybe they're
aware
on tour
of it.
right now too.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So that one went for $3,000. Here's a Madonna signed guitar, which
you
is
don't see me
I've
with
never
them.
seen a Madonna signed guitar. So this one went for just a little under $3,000. Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder autographed 12-string guitar of $3,000. Foo Fighters signed guitar with all the members. That got about somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000.
Well, wasn't Madonna the one that wanted to burn the White House down lately?
Oh, yeah.
Probably so.
Wonderful lady.
It wouldn't be surprising. Here's Taylor Swift signed acoustic guitar with certificate of authenticity. It went for $2,500. Here's U2 Bono signed guitar, and they're going to be out at Bonnaroo this year too. And it went for between $2,200 and $2,500.
Well, why don't you give us a couple more? What we're doing is just we want to educate the public to know that music business is good, but also if you get this signed memorabilia, it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's an Allman Brothers autographed guitar by all the members of the band. They were asking $2,500 and got about a little over $2,000 for it. Here's an odd one. Beyonce, Halsey, Carrie Underwood, and more. As proceeds for the Grammy Foundation guitar. Went for $2,000 with 10 bids.
What about Cheap Trick?
if
Cheap-
they don't really play those guitars,
Yeah.
they're not worth as much.
They're not
to
as
me.
much. Yeah, I agree too. Cheap Trick autographed guitar by the band went for $2,000 with 2 bids. They're a band I would really like to
Wish
see
I
at
still
U2.
had my jacket. I had a tour jacket with them.
Well, didn't you bust them, didn't you?
Yes, sure did.
You could have got more than a tour jacket. You could have got all the signatures you wanted. You'd be
That's
You
rich.
could have made more than you did driving the bus.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of it's inappropriate to ask for autographs for people you're working for, right?
That's kind of strange.
When I was in Nashville, I asked for Kenny Rogers' autograph for my grandmother, and I went to down to Phonolux and got a Gambler album and brought it in and asked him. Told him my grandmother's birthday was coming up and asked him, and so he autographed it to her. And then I worked with Naomi Judd and asked her. I told her that my grandmother would kill me if I didn't get an autograph for her if she knew I worked with her. And she went and got a 8x10 glossy out of her car and signed it and
Now they're all
gave me
sitting in your
stuff.
living room,
So
right?
Yeah, probably.
you know. So those were the only 2 that I broke. The
Oh, well, I
rule
tell you
and
what,
asked
I'd
for
hate
autographs.
to tell you that if I was working where you was, they'd call me Broke Roo David because I'd asked every one of them.
I would work for free.
You just gotta,
I
you know.
have tons of stuff with me.
I would ask.
Yeah,
They'd probably kick me out.
they might. You can't make the artist feel weird, you know.
How's that being weird?
Well,
I really like you. Sign this for me, would you, please?
I done the Michael Jackson tour back in before. It was actually the Jackson 5.
I'm telling you, that's money right there, right?
Well, I had quite a bit of stuff, but it came up missing.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah,
I did. There you go. All right.
That's the flying.
but it's some interesting stuff in there, and I can't tell it over there.
I believe you.
They get me for what was that walking he used to do backwards?
Hey,
Yeah, the moonwalk.
Moonwalk.
tell you what, let's do. Let's take a commercial break.
All right, we'll be back with more Let's Talk Antiques. You're listening to Thunder Radio.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, we're back once again with Let's Talk Antiques.
Okay. So we got one more music thing that we want to talk about. Then we're going to talk about that gold coin, Ronnie.
Yeah, we're going to talk
Okay.
about the gold
So
coin.
so Abbey Road Studios.
The Beatles had bought the Abbey Road Studios at one time.
Okay, so it was just a recording studio. Was it over in England?
Yes, in England,
Okay. And what we're going to talk about is this console that brought $1.8 million. Real quick.
There was a guy that had bought that for his own studio. I don't remember his name. Mike Hedges.
Mike Hedges, yeah, a British
Hedges.
engineer.
Yeah, and the thing about that console was that it had been used for so many iconic things, recordings, like Pink Floyd's "Dark Side of the Moon" was recorded on it.
Yeah.
And Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr
All
had
had
been recorded
hits
with
on
it.
it.
Yeah, John Lennon was dead at the time.
Hey, listen, Ronnie, about this though, what the public needs to know is he just bought this piece of equipment, like you said. He probably didn't pay that much for it because it was a used piece of equipment that they probably updated.
Exactly.
When you think,
Right,
Philip,
yeah, they
you're in the
were
music
getting rid of
business.
it there, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It,
now-
to them, it was scrap.
But now it's sold at auction for $1.8 million. You know, because of what it was and who had recorded on it.
So,
from my experience in Nashville, it amazes me that they were able to mix Dark Side of the Moon on this album because it's got so many things going on in it.
Yeah.
And this is a real old school console. And
is this tube type?
Yes. Oh yeah. And you'd have to have. There would probably be 4 people on this console moving faders at different times of the songs and
I'm going
stuff
to tell
like
you
that.
what, if you wanted to record something that had the sound of that era,
There you go.
it would be hard to do without a
It would-
tube-type console.
It would be great to record
the
in.
reproductions
I wouldn't want
aren't
to mix
really-
on it, but to record through it, it would be.
I'm going to say somebody
fantastic.
probably will.
Well, so could you
yeah.
do that, Philip?
Hope so.
You are the person. So you can record on it, and then could you take that recording and mix it somewhere else?
Oh, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
could take that and
Yeah.
digitally master
Yeah,
it.
you're probably going to record to digital anyway. You're just going to.
But I mean, if you wanted,
to capture, the
would there
Yeah.
be any sound difference in the sound between digital and recording it off of this?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
huge difference.
So you actually would want to record it off of this?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it would be. It would make it sound a lot
There's
nicer.
weird things goes in the studios.
That's why a lot of
I've been in
musicians,
them where they're so ice cold you couldn't understand it.
Oh, really?
And there was no
Well,
explanation for it.
the electronic equipment, because the heat is the worst enemy of it, actually.
That's probably not what Ray's talking about.
I know what Ray's talking about, but that I think is the reason.
No, I think you're right though.
Yeah.
Used to you remember the first computer was a city block. It took a city block and it had I forgot how many tons of air conditioning that could do a calculation no more than what your
Yeah, pocket
watch would do
calculators.
now. A pocket
Yeah.
calculator or a watch.
Yeah. Because, you know, all those
Some
cubes,
watches, right?
each one of those cubes probably represent like a transistor that
Yeah, just think
got
about having
millions of them on
What does
chips
that say right
nowadays.
there? What is that? Is it
That's
talking
the
about?
Norman Rockwell recovery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Norman Rockwell. Okay. So what is that? So anything in particular?
It just says an unidentified recording studio enthusiast paid over 1.8 million in a special Bonham auction recently.
Well, that
for this
unidentified.
Abbey Road studio.
Yeah, well, that unidentified guy must have some money, right?
Yeah,
Of course he
He might be
does.
unidentified, but he's loaded.
Probably somebody we know or have heard of.
Sorry about that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'd say it's.
Don't fall off the stool.
You can't keep a console like that hidden unless you're just some recluse who never hangs out with anybody.
So would that
If I
console?
owned it, I couldn't
Somebody's-
find this squirrel that bought it for $1 million.
Would that console be over? Would it be as big as this console here? You know, this table.
It's
Would it be
bigger
6
than
foot?
this
Probably a lot
table.
bigger.
6 or 8
No,
foot?
it's bigger than this table. It's probably probably 8 to 12 feet, probably.
It looks like it's in
Yeah,
3 sections.
on the center section.
Each of those
It's three
sections
sections.
is probably
Those
about
is
4
probably about
foot.
4 foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that.
So 3-4 foot sections probably. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. All right. So we got a little time left. So are we going to talk about the gold coin?
Have we got enough time?
We got more time than you know
Well,
what to do
that's
with.
great. Okay.
We got 5 whole minutes.
Well, that'll work. We're going to talk about the second largest gold coin at the time that it was made, it was the largest gold coin, and it was stolen from a museum in Berlin. It weighed 220 pounds, and it's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Well, there's a discrepancy. One says it weighed 220,
And
one
one
says it weighed 221.
Exactly.
So are we going to split the difference or
Maybe
what?
somebody shaved a pound off of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Between
Let's
the
say,
Yeah,
let's-
maybe it did weigh 221 to start with.
Let's say 220 and a half. you know.
Okay,
Let's
so,
just
so
go
what
with
about
that.
this coin?
But it was in the Guinness Book of World Records as being the purest gold coin because it's got 999.99
All
thousands
nines.
of gold. Yeah. So it's almost about as pure as you can get for gold.
About like Congress.
And it had a picture of Queen Elizabeth II on it. But like I say, it was, the thing is, it was stolen from a German museum.
A coin museum that had over 500 other coins or something, didn't it?
And they think that the thieves came through a bulletproof glass window,
Yeah.
and they drug this thing down a hallway.
Because they said it took two people to carry it.
Oh, one part, yeah, because it's 220.5
Yeah, okay.
pounds. Ish. Hey, I'm just going on with David. Yeah.
Well, I like that. You're right on the technical side.
Yeah.
You are a technician
roll it.
anyway.
But anyway,
Hey, Philip made a. You sure they drug it? They might have rolled it.
Yeah, yeah.
they may have. They probably did roll it.
when
to
it
try-
got
they-
down the bottom of the stairs.
The story said drug, but I believe they rolled it
I
down the
think they
hallway.
probably
If I was
did.
to steal one, I would
Okay.
roll it.
So rolled it up.
It's got the mind, the criminal
Okay.
mind.
So they rolled it down the hallway. Did they roll it up to the window?
Well, what do you think, Philip? Rolled or lifted?
I'd say they rolled it, but if you got to lift it out the window.
Yeah,
Yes.
they lifted
One
it out
on-
the window.
let's say
Okay,
one
we
down
won't
on
get
each
this story
side.
right. They lifted it out the window.
Let's extrapolate this. Let's say one got on each side of it, and they picked it up and stuck it through the window on an angle. Now, one of them somebody had to be on the outside.
Yeah, so
Of the
there's probably
window.
3 people.
So I think that
Or
they got
4.
2 men wrong.
Yeah, I think there was a 4-man
Just think-
deal because
yeah.
there's 2 on the other side
I don't want to.
accepting the coin,
Just
right?
think,
I don't
now
want to
they're on a
admit to
ladder, so
anything,
it
so I'm going
had
to
to
stop
be
this point.
one big old guy. Let's say one big old guy.
So how did they get away with it, Ronnie?
And I'm going to say he put it in his arms and slid it down the ladder.
Yeah,
Cause
but how did they transport it from then? Wasn't it on a train or something?
No, they was beside some train tracks.
Yeah.
There were no trains were running between 2 and 4 a.m.
Uh-huh.
So they think they had a wheelbarrow, and they put it in the wheelbarrow, and they rolled it down
I
the
tell you
track.
what, those are professional thieves right there, buddy.
A ladder and a wheelbarrow, and they got them a 220,
Something to cut through that glass.
yeah, and something to cut through and they had to beat the alarms.
Yeah.
How did they beat the alarm?
I don't know.
And here's the thing: over 500 other coins was in that museum. And they didn't touch nothing but the one gold coin.
They knew which one to
Take the
get.
big giant gold one.
Well, you know what they did? They're going to melt that coin, right?
Yeah, they're going to melt it.
So they'll never find that
The
coin.
museum's saying they hope it resurfaces. I think it'll resurface as gold bars.
Yeah.
And
That's a bummer.
it was an inch and a half thick, now.
Yeah.
So can
And you
you
said
imagine?
it was 21 inches
It's
tall?
about that tall, about that for our television viewers, about that thick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 21 inches, which is what, like this?
just a little less than 2 feet.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good hunk of gold,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm like David. I think they melted it.
Yeah, they're going to
I think it's already melted.
We only got 1 minute left, but what amazes me is they used a wheelbarrow on the ladder, and it don't sound professional, does it?
No, that's all it took for them to get into this high-tech alarm
I think the
system.
janitors got it.
I think somebody on the inside was
I think
working
it was
with
the
them.
janitors.
Yeah.
He got tired
Could've been.
of scraping a pound off of it at a
Yeah.
time and decided
Yeah,
just
the
to
So he
do
got
the
it.
whole thing.
He scraped enough that it went from 221 to 220. So he just said, "I'll just get the whole coin."
You know, the
At that
janitors
point, he could
always
carry
get
it, man.
accused whether they did it or not.
Yeah. Well, what did it bring though, Ronnie?
4.5 million is what it was valued at.
Woo. And that's
And-
today's gold price.
And you know, we don't know what they had it insured because the
Not just the melting value.
right, not just the value of the gold. You got to take into consideration what it was and,
Right.
and how unique it was.
Hey,
There
I
were
tell you what we
only
got to
five of
do. We got to take in consideration. We got to get out of here. He's twirling his finger.
them. It's that time again.
We'll see you next week
Wow.
from 10 to 11. Let's talk antiques.